They lost control of the narrative when you learn to trust in the power of your voice. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that you are watching a fallout in silence. I want to tell you that you stopped collecting red flags because you recognized that they were an act of self-betrayal every time you did it. And instead, you allowed a situation to show you what it was. You are accepting people for who they show you that they are. And as such, you stop trying to prove who they are not. And the second you stopped proving who they weren't, you allowed exactly who they are to come through. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that the last year of your life has been almost watching and observing in silence while letting the truth come out. And when I say that, where you once were fighting against false narratives, you recognized that it was because you were trying to prove the mask. You never had to prove the mask. The mask was false. The mask was the illusion. And you had spent so much of your time, your effort, and your energy breathing life into something that didn't even exist. And the second you chose to stop collecting red flags and stop betraying yourself and trying to prove and fight against something that didn't exist, you allowed the authentic expression that is needed to bring justice to your situation to come through. And if this is for you, I want to tell you they think that they're fighting you, when the truth is they're only fighting themselves. And I just keep getting this image of a boxing ring. It's like they're shadow boxing, but their projections, their lens, their egoic mind, their narcissistic energy. And when I say their narcissistic energy, I want to say their fragile ego. They care so much about how they are perceived. And once upon a time, so did you. That's why you battled against their mask. You recognized your own fragile ego. And the second you did that, you let your knowing become louder than any false narrative that could ever be constructed against you. And if this is for you, I want to tell you that your knowing is coming into physical confirmations. And you are watching the uptick of the collapse. Because your reaction was what was fueling every single false narrative that came against you. Your fragile ego would get triggered and you would react. But now that you've sat with that, now that you've confronted that within yourself, you left the ring and they're left to box and fight with no one but themselves. And the second you stopped fighting the illusion of the mask fell. And the mask can never be put back on. You aren't the only one who saw it. And I want to tell you that's part of your physical confirmation. You have had enough people who have quietly been placed in your arsenal as your army, as part of your truth, as part of the witness of your knowing. You're not in a battle by yourself. You are in a battle with yourself. And now you trust your voice. But you realize it doesn't need to be wielded and screamed in a manner in which you have to prove yourself. You recognize that who you are, the action you embody, tells a story and a kind of truth that no false narrative can come against without your participation. You are watching a significant collapse in your life because you chose to get out of the ring. You chose to let them box their shadows. And the only truth they're fighting is their own. They're not fighting your truth. Because your truth is also their truth. You both know the same things. It's their fragile mask that couldn't sustain truth. The second you dissolved it, The second you stopped fighting it, and the second you recognized a fragile ego versus a fragile ego, you were able to remember who you were. Not the fuck shit voice of everything you're not. Love you guys.